Hello, my name is Karen Schreither, and I founded Waste No Food. Waste No Food is an innovative web-based marketplace that facilitates the exchange of excess food from the food service industry to the hungry. Since Waste No Food uses web-based tools, it is more efficient and can scale easily and more efficiently than otherwise possible. Given that many people are unaware of the problems of food insecurity, as part of our mission, Waste No Food has large advocacy efforts. These advocacy efforts include, as you will see in the following video, various panels as well as community service projects, including at Lick Wilmerding High School, my high school. At Lick Wilmerding, 150 students worked over 2 days to sign up restaurants and grocery stores to donate their excess food to the needy. As a result of our efforts, we have educated people about the problems and potential solutions for food insecurity, as well as serving 30,000 meals to those in need.
14-year-old Kieran Schreither, a ninth grader at Lick Wilmerding High School, says 1/3 of the food produced in California is simply thrown away.
The 11 million food insecure people in California, the people who don't know where their next meal is coming from, could all be fed if that wasted food was effectively used.
He was volunteering at Glide Memorial Church when he had the idea for Waste No Food, a program he started that links restaurants, stores, and farms with food to spare with shelters and other charities who need it.
When you see the line stretching all the way across the block, and when you see the faces of people who look like all of us, who are very similar to us, but who through some circumstance are now asking for food, I knew that we needed to work out a way to make this program more efficient.
Schreither figures he's fed about 4,000 people so far, mostly in the South Bay. Now he's expanding his program in San Francisco, starting with the area around his high school. You can learn more at wastenofood.org. Doug Sovereign, KCBS.
Deal with the donation of excess food. In California, 11 million people are food insecure. They don't know where their next meal is going to come from. And also, 1/3 of all the food that is made in California is wasted. That food waste could be more efficiently distributed to charities, and it could help feed those 11 million people who do not have food. And I know some of you are actively involved in donating excess food, but what Waste No Food does is, Waste No Food is a web-based marketplace, and we seek to facilitate the donations of excess food. So if you're a food truck owner, it can be very easy to donate the food.
If people are interested in this program, we think it's so important, and we wanted Karen to come and be able to talk to you, because how awesome is this, right? He's going to be running the role here pretty soon. But that we will be working internally to come up with those systems that if you have excess food, no one should be throwing away food unless it's rotten and gross and disgusting, and then you're going to compost it. Otherwise, this is a tremendous program and a way that you can feel good and not have it burn so bad, right, if you have extra food. So Marcella is going to be working with all of you and coming up with what that looks like, if there's a shelf, whatever it might be, to make it really easy for you to do that. If you want to do it, come talk to Marcella, and she will help figure out how to get your food to a charity that can use it. But please do not waste your good food. People can.
Without food, man can last not but a few weeks. Without food, no other form of social justice is needed. Those were the words of Norman Borlaug, a man who was responsible for feeding about 3 billion people. He spearheaded the Green Revolution, which was basically took GMOs and increased crop yields dramatically to help feed our
well in the United States, and people who at one point in their lives were donating money to charities working with the poor now needed to ask those very same charities to provide them with food. This really struck me. And another thing that struck me was when I learned that globally we produce 6 times more food than we need to feed our entire population.
Living in the promised land, our dreams are made of steel. Prayer of every man is to know how freedom feels. There is a winding road across the shifting sand, room for everyone, living in the promised land.